You're listening to the podcast Strange Tales, Episode 2, The Mysterious Novel by Jules Verne.
Before we embark on our exploration of the mysteries of Clovis Dardentor, let's dive into the fascinating world of Jules Verne, who breathed life into extraordinary tales. The writer, a pioneer of science fiction and master of extraordinary voyages, has left an indelible mark on literature. Let's make a quick stop in the captivating biography of this author. Jules Verne, born on February 8, 1828 in Nantes, France, and died on March 24, 1905 in Amiens, was a French writer considered one of the pioneers of the science fiction genre. He is best known for his extraordinary adventure novels and stories that often anticipated technological advances of his time. Jules Verne was the son of a lawyer and a mother from a family of arms merchants. He was influenced by his family environment, steeped in the maritime world and travel. Although he studied law in Paris, his interest in writing was evident from a young age, and he began writing poems and plays during his studies. It was from 1850 that Jules Verne began writing his first novels, but he did not immediately find success. His first published novel, 5 Weeks in a Balloon, in 1863, marked the beginning of his literary career, followed by Journey to the Center of the Earth in 1864 and From the Earth to the Moon in 1865, both of which were hugely successful. Jules Verne's fame continued to grow with the publication of many other famous novels, including 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in 1870, Around the World in 80 Days in 1873, The Mysterious Island in 1874, and Michael Strogoff in 1876, to name just a few. Verne's work had a lasting influence on literature and popular culture. His adventure stories captivated the imagination of many generations, and his visionary ideas often anticipated inventions such as the submarine, the airplane, and the spaceship. Jules Verne died on March 24, 1905, in Amiens, leaving behind an indelible literary legacy that continues to inspire readers worldwide. His work is often translated and adapted into many languages and forms, and he remains one of the most widely read and beloved writers of all time.
You're listening to the podcast Strange Tales, Episode 2, The Mysterious Novel by Jules Verne.
His novel, Clovis Dardentor, like a precious treasure chest, contains intriguing enigmas linked to the southern regions of France. Indeed, K.N.P. Bugarach, the echoes of Rennes-le-Château, the mystery of the ship Large Lace, are all seemingly innocuous elements that weave a well-guarded web of secrets. It all begins with Marcel Bruckmann, a modest young man who became a tutor for the family of the eccentric, wealthy industrialist Clovis Dardentor. Despite their social differences, a sincere friendship blossoms between Marcel and Clovis. But their world is turned upside down when Clovis is kidnapped by bandits while staying in the south of France. Determined to rescue his friend, Marcel embarks on a daring rescue mission. With the help of a diverse group of characters, including Lieutenant Diozis, Count Hector de Montrol, Leon Espinosa, and Captain Bugarach, Marcel faces dangers and obstacles to free Clovis from the clutches of his captors. During their adventure, he also encounters a whole host of secondary characters, each contributing their own part to the plot. Among the noteworthy moments of the story, the ship Large Lace plays a crucial role, as does the ship Forfait. Clovis Dardentor transports us to a world where friendship and courage triumph over adversity. Now, let's take a closer look at the names used by Jules Verne in his novel, evoking the charm and beauty of the south of France. Firstly, Perpignan, Clovis Dardentor's hometown, adds a touch of realism and localization to the story. This lively city in the south of France brings a vibrant atmosphere to the plot. Secondly, the ship L'Argelès refers to the coastal town of Argelès-sur-Mer, located near Perpignan. This choice of name evokes the picturesque landscapes and maritime horizons that characterize the region. Finally, arguably the most important, Captain Bugarach, with his name inspired by Mount Bugarach, a mystical mountain in the Ode. The latter is described by Jules Verne as an enigmatic and adventurous character. He is a man with a rough and robust appearance and a strong character. His face is marked by the elements and the sun, a testament to the trials he has faced. His presence is imposing. Here's a description that could perfectly fit Mount Bugarach. Yes, Mount Bugarach, this emblematic mountain of Aude. This mountain is famous for its distinctive cone shape and the numerous legends and theories surrounding it. This peak is particularly known for its status as a mystical and esoteric place. Due to its supposed mystical energy, the peak also has a connection to the Rennes-le-Château affair. How did Jules Verne know about this peak, lost in a rural department of southern France? Especially at the time when Jules Verne was writing the novel, this is astonishing.
You're listening to the podcast Strange Tales, Episode 2, The Mysterious Novel by Jules Verne.
Most of us are probably unaware that there is a little explored aspect of Jules Verne's work, its secret, hidden aspect, its texts behind the text. Jules Verne was a great fan of cryptograms and other word games. He peppered his works with them, turning his oeuvre into a gigantic encrypted message. In this regard, he used a method attributed to Swift, the author of Gulliver's Travels. Lars Punica sive flos linguarium, in other words, the famous Punic language dear to Abbé Boudet, one of the strange priests officiating in the region of Rennes-le-Château with Abbé Gélis and Abbé Saunière. For Jules Verne, this wasn't just a simple amusement, even though he took great pleasure in it. In fact, he left us genuine messages through this means. Jules Verne left in this novel an astonishing number of keys related to the Rennes-le-Château affair. Let's cite two, for example. We know that the author uses wordplay to help encode his novels. In the context of the novel Clovis Dardentor, the name of the main character can be interpreted as the gold of the ardent offspring, that is, the descendants of Clovis, namely the Merovingians, referring to the wealth or symbolic value attributed to the heirs or descendants of Clovis. This expression could underline the power, the dynamics, or the importance of the Merovingian lineage in history and medieval culture. In the novel, when Clovis arrives in Majorca, many passages during the walk in Palma continue to reference Rennes. Arriving in Oran, Clovis describes the places evoking the waters of the Queen's Bath, with distinctly salty flavors, in Mers el Kebir, near the ravine of the Salto del Cavallo, which will not surprise enthusiasts of the Rennes-le-Château enigma. Indeed, the Queen's Bath seemed to refer to the village of Rennes-le-Bains, this neighboring village of Rennes-le-Château, equally enigmatic. It is also possible to focus on this Commander Beauregard, to which Jules Verne alludes 3 times in 2 pages, and wonder if it is not an allusion to a certain Beauregard who, in the 15th century, claimed to be descended from Solomon, from whom the second branch of the Blanchefort family was born, itself linked to Rennes-le-Château. Among these examples, it is difficult to believe that Jules Verne was not aware of certain mysteries that pervaded his time and continue to intrigue us in the 21st century. Although it is speculation and theory, it is undeniable that most of Jules Verne's novels offer a depth of reading that suggests the author's attempts to share his knowledge with his most seasoned readers, akin to what Béranger Saunière did in his church at the same time. Here you go. Dear explorers of the strange, we have traveled through time and space, from the pages of the captivating life of Jules Verne to the mysterious corner of his novel, Clovis Dardentor.
You're listening to the podcast Strange Tales, Episode 2, The Mysterious Novel by Jules Verne.